Hey Ken, what's up, man? Uh, I got my Coca-Cola. I got my blackjack bubblegum. We are ready to level. I just woke up from probably a 2-hour nap. Excuse me, and I've got some serious gas because I just ate a bunch of very acidic food for dinner. Some pasta a couple hours ago. Actually, I got these pills I'm taking for my... You guys don't want to hear about that, but I've got some medical pills I'm taking that seem to give me a little bit of gas, so if I'm a little burpy, that's why. Anyways, yeah, no, ready to level. Okay. Do it. Let's begin the grind. Beautiful weather. Let's check out. I mean, you can't beat this screenshot. Look at this. I don't know what the pygmy tide crawler's name is flashing, but hold on a second. Get him out of the screen. Okay, pygmy. Oh, we got a boat coming into the picture too. Yeah, hold on a second, let me music down a little bit. Hey, what's up, Chris? Let's this ugly shirt. Take it off. It's kind of ugly. I didn't plan for me to look like I'm wearing green armor, but for some reason I am. The early days. Alright, so yeah. I love Darkshore though. I mean, it's such a you can't say it's not a beautiful zone. I say this every time I come to Darkshore, don't I? I apologize for that, but it is really cool. One of my favorite zones. So. Yeah, no, I'm okay. No, I'm fine. No, you don't need the details. Getting old, I guess, is all it is. So, thanks, Chris. No, I'm fine. Anyways, we're going to. I'm gonna see how far we can get here. I'm really. Ooh, the ancestral cloak. Ooh, that's that cool looking cloak that I told. I don't know if I can't wear it because I already have a cloak on, but one of the. I think this. I've mentioned before that I think this is one of the coolest looking white cloaks for a Paladin. With that kind of nice looking, very devout white looking cloak, kind of cool looking. Yes, exactly. Back to WoW. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, right? Meanwhile, back at the ranch. Killing of pygmy tide callers continue. So we usually, when I get to Darkshore and I get all the quests, I go north, take out the Crawler Leg, the Buzzbach Take 27 quests, and then we work on some of the Easy Strider quests. But then we really were just trying to head over to Baushal Aran so we can knock this out, and then we'll head back down south, and then we'll make our way down and take out the Red Crystal, How Big a Threat, the Washed Ashore Sea Bones Creature. At that point, if as long as our inventory is okay, we'll continue down and do the Tools of the Highborn quest down here, and the Fall of Ameth Aran. Inventory willing. And once we get all of those done, plus the Rabbit Thistlebear done, then we go back to Darkshore and we just turn all the quests in and see where we're at. Usually the path I follow. Oh yes, the path. I don't have any of my buffs up. Of course, the big meat tidecrawler has to run a mile away from me. There's my one-hand mini crossbow when I need it, right? He runs off. Oh, look at that. Floating debris. I don't even know what my skill is. Oh, wait. Here, hold on a second. Oops. Definitely need to level up my fishing here. See if we can get this. Ken, Ken, don't you have an alchemist? Isn't your mage an alchemist? Maybe somebody can use some strangle kelp. Oh. Yeah, I know. It's good to get a baseline with no buffs. There you go, Chris. Way to put a positive spin on me not paying attention. Yeah, we did get the Rumsey Rum Light. We got some little buff liquor. It's always good to have a little liquor, right? Alright, fish got away. I do need to. I was a little concerned about modifying my buffs, my macros, because it would change them from my hardcore tune. But I think we're pretty sure that we're not going to be leveling the hardcore tune anymore, really. At least I don't see a reason to when we need to get this Paladin up, so. To everyone's dismay, right? We're going to string me up with a rope because I don't finish my leveling series. They're going to be like, fuck this guy. But it's important that we level up and catch up to Ken and everybody else. So let's see. This one's saved. And unfortunately this goes here. Alright. It's a while until I get to it. One thing I run into with blacksmith or with engineering is I do start to get kind of run out of some of the, I start to get a little bit full on keybinds because I have keybinds for all the different types of explosives that I like to use. Yeah, I know. Did you see the Loch Ness one? I saw him. He was like creeping on me over here, like the water. You could see he was cool because under this water he was kind of distorted. It did look like the Loch Ness monster. I totally agree with you there. There's another Loch Ness monster over here. Look at that. We may not be able to fish yet. I'm going to be a little bit too low level. No, he gave it to us. Let's not bother with fishing right now because we need to go get my usual Rotharon village fishing to get me up to like 50. A little too low right now on fishing. But we are going to level up fishing. As you guys know, fishing is really definitely worth leveling up. So I'm going to miss Seal Command. I'm not going to lie. Definitely going to miss Seal Command because I know that it hits pretty hard. But we didn't really have the option of doing AoE when we had Seal Command. We were just killing one target at a time. So it's a different type of leveling. Oh god, I'm so sick of these guys running 10 miles from. And we can't even do these sea creatures yet. How many more do we need? We still need Chrono. We can do the Chrono Lakes later. Actually, no, we need to get them done, but we'll do them later. Ale. Joe the his name is Joe the plumber. Nice. Ken, what time you get off work? Probably like 2 or 3 a.m. my time or something crazy. It is weird, like, working from home every day, you know? Didn't have seal wisdom. Excuse me.
You can kiss your ass goodbye. You can kiss your ass goodbye.
whiff.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
Level 14. Yeah, level 14. Yes, Morpheus. Yes, we have reached level 13. Actually, 14. And she just took the mob I was going to kill. And now I'm going to kill her. No joy. Oh, is there lots of new info, Chris, on New World? I didn't see that. I'll have to check that out. It's still like a month out. Hopefully it's good info because it's still like, what, about a month away? this mouse is dirty. I need to clean my mouse like badly. Caffeine needs to clean a mouse badly. Warrior needs food badly. Doo -doo -doo. Full combat system.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. What's going on, folks, and welcome back to another wonderful day in Eternum. This time around, it appears we've received ourselves another developer diary, and this one specifically focuses more on the combat aspect. As you may or may not know, we had done an analysis on the combat system a couple weeks ago, but it was a very basic one, and it was related to the 2 minutes of footage we received from the GameStar interview. This one, on the other hand, offers us over 4 minutes of total gameplay, along with some brief explanations from the Amazon Game Studio staff mixed in. We've got quite a bit to talk about today, so without further delay, let's go ahead and jump right
That
into
move
it.
he just did. That move he just did. I can remember doing in the alpha. You know what I mean? Actually, a really powerful move where you dive forward, then you do like a little spin and.
The developer diary starts off with a hot showcase of the combat system. Let's take it right from the top. In these first couple of scenes, we get to see some brave explorers putting the smackdown on some corrupted fiends. And right here we get to see this amazing skill show off of the Great Axe. This appears to be some type of self-buff that this person is casting judging by the aura. But I must admit that at first I thought this was the healing staff that we had heard about previously. We know so far that fire magic is in the game alongside healing magic, but we haven't seen any hints at the gauntlets yet. I've been seriously wondering if we're going to get some sort of attack magic gauntlets to play around with in addition to the older healing versions that we had. This is also actually one of the first times that we get to see the Great Axe in action. Despite all the carnage we witnessed during the GameStar footage,
look how beautiful the graphics are. They're really nice.
The Great Axe, aside from it being equipped on people's backs. So even though this brave warrior is probably about to die a glorious death to that corrupted bear, it's awesome to see this weapon getting some love. Definitely one that I could see myself using as one of my own weapons. Also, it looks like we are now looking at the newer types of corrupted here. We have seen these warrior types and the corrupted zombies, both in the cinematic trailer and in the dev diaries, but these creatures appear to be something else entirely. And if you notice, right as the player does the shield charge towards one of them, the other appears to throw a corrupted-based javelin at him. If I had to guess, I would say that this appears to be a corrupted dryad that originally comes from the Angry Earth faction. They look very similar in nature, but I think over time the corruption may have changed their appearance. But I'm very confident that that creature has to come from the faction just based off its look. But now the
Same guy you watched.
Fun one. Right after a couple more seconds of fighting, we get to look at a corrupted entity, but not just any type. This one has got to be our very first look at a corrupted field boss. I mean, look at this guy's sword. You don't give a badass flaming weapon like that to just anybody. And on top of that, you have this guy zipping and diving around like nobody's business. These two players barely seem capable of standing up to it as it is. And if you hadn't noticed, that corrupted character shares an awful lot of similarities to the explorer that lost his free will during the New World trailer. Despite the character in the trailer having what looks to be a rapier instead of a one-handed sword, or it could be someone from a squad that just decided to do a weapon change after a while. One good thing to point out as well is that this character must come from the in-game areas of Eternum. The reason I say this is because if you look at the sword when the creature isn't attacking, and compare it to the one-handed sword concept art, if you go left to right, the gold or copper looking one at the end is the highest tier. The player themselves seems to be holding this sword as well, and during the previous alpha, this was known as Orichalcum. We've also seen this sword being shown off in a couple other screenshots in the New World space. Be sure to keep tabs on this guy.
Where's Orichalcum, whatever he calls it, is just a type of ore. So the one thing about New World is that it does lend itself to that kind of progression that you saw a lot in EverQuest Next, which is like you go and you mine ore, and then you skill up your ability to actually mine, and then as you get higher level, same thing in World of Warcraft, and as you get higher level, and being able to mine a higher level ore, you can make upgraded better weapons with the upgraded ore. So that's kind of all that really, when you show the weapons, that's pretty much what you're talking about here is iron, steel, star metal, which was the highest level that I remember in the alpha that I was in. And then the orichalcum, as he calls it. So just your standard progression.
Previous alpha, this was known as orichalcum. In previous diaries, we have seen the portal itself with the corrupted monolith, but this one appears to be very different and gives more of a alien versus predator vibe. In the corner, we also see another corrupted mob, but this one's a little bit harder to make out than before. This could be the warrior variant for the corrupted mobs that we saw a little bit ago. But now that we have those details out of the way, now we can talk about the actual beginning of the developer diary. The title of this one is Call to Arms. One thing I already love right off the bat is we get to see different types of armor variants during the showcase. We also get some more love for the two-handed spear and some other weapons, while Dan Hinneber and Kim Wood talk more about the combat system we'll be interacting with. They describe it as being 100% real-time action combat. The way we move, the way we position ourselves or dodge and lunge, it all matters. As we can see in several parts of the footage, we get access to various different skills and combos, and we have the possibility during fights to dodge arrows and even bullets if we're fast enough. It's more like an action RPG as opposed to a traditional MMO. We also get some information from Scott Geiser, who bears the title of Software Development Engineer, and he tells
I'm gonna have to watch this in more detail, Chris, but thanks for letting me know about it. Yeah, I definitely, I've already purchased the game. I'll definitely be covering it here on my channel, for sure. But yeah, it looks
that it's going to be based.
It looks like they're adding, skills like that weren't in alpha. We had no kind of special skills. Like I can only think of with my sword, really like a couple skills. It was like swing, and then there was like that kind of spinning, sheathing type of attack that you see in kind of Asian type. Old Asian movies, where you basically spin away from your opponent and then take your sword, and almost as if you're sheathing it in your sheath, you slide it back down behind you to actually attack the opponent who's coming up behind you. Yeah, so that's pretty cool.
It's way more on skill, positioning, and tactics as opposed to just gear, and that's when it comes to being more successful in the new world. I also wanted to.
Also, if you look this looks more like a traditional MMO, in that we have a kind of an area in a zone that has a lot of enemy spawn points. You can see these different various enemies, and of course, you had that in New World, but it was very there weren't laid out areas that looked this finished. There wasn't like as you walked through the world, you didn't see a lot of like big structures. You didn't see like a lot of buildings or tombs. It was more like you were just walking through the woods. You might see like a little tiny village, right? Just a few buildings, and you might see like maybe I don't know if I'd even call it a graveyard, but you might see like a beat up old area where it looked like it was a village and it was completely destroyed, and there were just and there were some undead kind of roaming that area, and you would have to kill them if you wanted to just kind of if you wanted to navigate just through that area, you had to kill them. There was no other reason to kill them, other than just to kind of pass through that area. There might have been like a few things like the loot, maybe. I just don't remember. It's been a long time since I played New World. I mean, it's probably been like 6 months at least, maybe. It's too bad I haven't gone to my old computer. Still hooked up behind me here. And I know on my old computer I probably have some videos of me playing New World. Actually, I'll try to check tonight and see if I can find that. I actually might have some Bandicam recorded footage of me actually playing the alpha. And if I do, maybe I'll upload it and we can talk about that footage and kind of see what was in the game when I played it. I know I deleted some of those because I'm pretty sure those are under the NDA, so I'm not really supposed to be showing those. I don't think at this point if I put those up, they'd probably get too mad since I'm not even playing the game. And I don't know. We'll see. I'll have to look at it. But yeah, let's take a look.
Being more successful.
But this looks like they've done a lot more work. I mean, this whole area here with the columns and the concrete, which looks really badass, by the way, is not this. Although this lantern here is way too big. Think about this guy picking up this lantern and carrying it around. I mean, it's massive. This is way oversized. So.
Successful in the new world. I also wanted to stop here a quick second because I do believe congratulations may be in order. I'm not sure if this is related to him specifically or another member of the team, but Out of some of the job positionings that we talked about in previous news, it just so happens that software development engineer is one of the ones that was seemingly filled from the website. It is great to see more and more new faces on the staff team.
Yeah, I don't recognize this guy, but I don't know a lot of people that
was
is
his
staff.
listing. I truly hope that he and everyone else there does enjoy their time there.
So this guy's getting a little bit of kiss ass going on in here. He's
like... get to look at some new skills as this player uses a warhammer to completely obliterate the corrupted in a straight line. This looks amazing, and although I can't tell if this weapon is magically imbued, the red glow effect that you get when using these skills looks incredible for the visual part of it.
Watch the ground. Oh, I don't know why the camera jumped there. Watch the ground like it's kind of exploded, almost like a water effect when he hits the ground. You have this ability. This
looks amazing, and although I can't tell if this weapon is magically imbued, the red glow effect that you get when using these skills looks incredible for the visual part of it. And oh my god, the range and AoE on that skill looks like it's going to be crazy in PvP, or even when you're just fighting mobs. If people with warhammers get to have a move like that, I think it's only fair that those of us who use great axes get some sort of Demacian whirlwind. And that is totally not because I want to get an excuse to gather up a bunch of mobs and start spinning in the middle of them. Not at all. Now in this specific scene, we get to look more at the combo system of New World. It's clear to see that each individual weapon has their own fighting patterns if you just chain together normal attacks. This is important to note because the NPCs themselves, as we know, will be blocking, dodging, and using skills to counteract our attacks. It's going to be important to know when to incorporate these skills into our fighting styles, so we don't end up getting knocked out while hitting a mob endlessly. And as we know, these...
Yeah, I'll take a look at that later. I don't want to stop my leveling anymore, but yeah, look at that. That's awesome. It looks pretty cool. It looks like they've really... You're right, Chris. It looks like they've really done a lot of... Like, they've really added a lot. I mean, almost everything I saw in that video, like, a lot of that was brand new stuff. I mean, none of those combat abilities existed when I played the game. Some of those zones, there was no buildings that looked like that when I was in the game. So they've really done a lot of work. And the thing that's so cool about New World is just because, you know, we don't have to worry about Amazon. I mean, they have so much money. So they're not going to ever be like forced to by a developer to publish at any certain time frame. They can publish whenever the fuck they want because they have so much damn money. Amazon is loaded with cash, you know. So it's, you know, originally they started creating New World as kind of one of their flagship games to advertise Amazon Game Studios and to also further advertise Amazon Game Services, or the Amazon you know, Amazon services in general, like utilizing some of their online technologies that other people could, you know, you could lease or you know, pay for their service. Like, oh, I want to create a game and maybe I want some networking or something, or I want some online storage or something for my game. You know, Amazon gives you all these kind of APIs to allow you to use their services. And so that was another reason why they were creating games, was to kind of get more exposure to some of the services that they offer, you know, paid services that they offer. And some of their services I think are also even free, maybe. I can't quite remember, but yeah, so it's all really cool stuff. But you know that it's not like someone's going to say, "Oh my God, Amazon, you've got to put this game out right now because you said you were going to publish it, you know, a year ago, and we're the publisher, and we need you to get this game out now so we can make some money." You know, no one's going to tell them that. They have plenty of money. So with their deep pockets, you know that if they want to make the game really good, they can. You know, they don't give a shit. They're loaded. I mean, freaking Bezos is talking about putting colonies on the moon. He's got so much money. So to me, that was always one of the coolest aspects about New World, is you don't have, because let's face it, most MMOs that are new, especially from a new game studio, your biggest fear is, will they ever even come out with it, or if they do, will it be any good? You know, because they don't have much money. You always think about that with these Kickstarter type MMOs as well. You're always worried that they're gonna fail because they don't have enough money. So I can't even afford to pay my developers, you know. And I cannot get these damn crawler legs, killing these damn things. They do not want to give up the legs. Apparently these crawlers don't have any legs. Yeah. These things that he's using, these appendages that he's using to walk around on, are just like facades of legs. They're just like images of former legs. His locomotion is purely some sort of like ghost form. I don't know. Yes, Morpheus, these crawlers have no legs. Oh, man. And yeah, another crawler doesn't want to give up sleep. Excuse me. That's really cool news, though. It definitely makes me a lot more excited for the game, because when they started talking about the game being a more PvP oriented type game, and then all of a sudden they started to focus more on PvE, all of the, those PvP fanboys, were getting all butthurt thinking, oh man, they're gonna ruin the PvP, and maybe they have. But when I look at those, like the guy said in that video, when I look at those new skills, I'm like, wow, this is gonna make PvP a lot more varied, a lot more dynamic. And I had a lot of concerns about, they went from like not showing a whole lot in the last alpha to saying, hey, we're going to have all this stuff. And you're like, well, wait a minute. We haven't seen this stuff in the alpha. So is this really, are you going to really have time to get this all out in a short time frame? But maybe they've been developing a lot of this stuff behind the scenes and they just didn't really show a lot of it. They were like, well, it wasn't quite ready. Never know. Jesus, is it just me, or these freaking reef crawlers are like a lot faster than I remember? Sorry, I thought I was gonna sneeze. Oh my god. Would you give me a freaking leg already? Alright, we're out of here. Let's just screw these guys. Honestly, I'll get them on the way back to town. I think in any good MMO you should have both. I think you need both. You need a good source of both, and to have an MMO be successful. So I don't think you can just say, "Hey, we're going to be a PvP game." It's what I. Paladin needs food badly. You know what? This is one of those things where we probably should... Actually, no, there's a vendor down there. Let's... No, let's not. Let's just go ahead and try to do this. We're going to be fighting inventory, as always. When are we not fighting our inventory? Yeah, and they also have, I believe, like, housing, too, but it's like... But it's, I think they said they were going to have housing, like, cosmetic type stuff. But I believe it's, instance, which is never... I don't really like that type. I don't like instance housing. I really hate instance housing, actually. For love eternal. did grab that quest, right? Lose my mind, guys. I'm still not awake. I just woke up a little bit ago and I'm still feeling a little bit loopy. Okay, she's dead. Anaya is dead. It's interesting, the different houses. What do you mean the different houses each have a buff they get? What houses? What, like how? So basically, like houses you build give you buffs, huh? Because that's interesting. I don't really like that kind of progression. I don't like the whole like ladder system, like where you're like, oh, do all this stuff to get to this level and get all this stuff, and then do all this other stuff to get to the next level. It's so plain Jane, like cardboard cutout. I think that MMOs really need to do away with this type of progression. I mean, you have to have some kind of progression, but I think doing it in this linear, like, really boring way, like, that sounds very boring to me. Oh, well, level 10 to 20, we're going to do housing here. Okay, now I'm 30 to 40, now I got to go do housing here. It's you can imagine doing it over and over again with different characters. Although in New World, at least in my experience when I played in the alphas, you could only have one. I think you could only have one character. But if you wanted to have another character, you would actually have to start the whole game all over again. Pretty sure that's how it worked. At least I'm sure that's probably not the way it's going to work. But I think in the alpha, that's the way mine was. If I remember correctly, that's the way it was working. But I could just be misremembering. Like I said, it's been a while. You know what? Maybe I was able to create other characters. Maybe it was just like in the early alpha that you were just able to have like one character slot. So I have to verify that. I just don't remember. we have found Anaya. Where is she? There she is. He's way over here. Slippery little lynx. Sorry to kill you, girl, but gotta be done. Oh.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
wonder if that rare is up. I'll take a peek here in a minute. Maybe. Look like a monk here, don't I? Don't see the rare.
You can kiss your ass goodbye. You can kiss your ass goodbye.
I think I am Ken. I am kind of create a guide, kind of a basic one. I think I'm just going to... I don't know how in-depth or in detail I'm going to go with the guide. I may not go that detailed, but we'll see. I can always come back and re-grab some of these screenshots. I don't know. We'll see. But I am working on a guide, Ken. What are they called? Pygmy tide crawler. I think they're just crawler legs. I get the spelling right. Bosch. All. Bosch. All. Ooh, inventory is full. Isn't that a shame? Yeah, it's this guide is specific for... It's just a paladin. It's an AoE protection paladin. It's like basically a guide saying this is how I level my paladin. It's certainly not a guide saying this is the best way to go or this is the way you should go. It's just saying this is one man's journey leveling a protection paladin. And I'm just gonna kind of go over like kind of how I do it, like kind of what skills I like to use, you know, when do I train, what do I train, what builds are you know, can you go with, that kind of thing, you know, what stats you should probably maybe be looking for, what gear you should be looking for, what are good areas to AoE level at different levels, you know, the different levels you are, where are different areas maybe you want to go grind some mobs or whatever. So it's not gonna be your typical guy. It's not gonna be like, hey, this is how you should do it. It's not gonna be like that at all. It's not gonna say, this is how Cute Faith or this is how Caffeine Injected likes to level his paladin. Just kind of for fun, you know. I was gonna ask if he need help, but he's 16, so he shouldn't have any problem. He was doing his druid quest. Called. Yeah, I don't want to get too detailed. And people know how to. And people know how to do the. They should know how to do the quest and follow the quest. That's, you know, if you have Questy or something like that installed, you shouldn't have any problem. So. I mean, the route still is pretty good for leveling. You don't have to be a paladin. It's not a fast leveling way because I do, you know, bouncing back and forth between the Night Elf zone and Westfall and, you know, the Elven Forest zones. Kind of, it's not exactly quick. You're just a lot of travel, but I find that it's just, it seems to flow a lot better. The quests seem to be a lot easier to do, and you're not like kind of trying to do quests where the, you know, the quests are like, you know, 2-3 levels above you, which I would never recommend you do that. That's always gonna get you killed. You might end up getting yourself killed. Not that that's a huge deal if you're not playing hardcore mode. It's not really a big deal, but. I really should save those explosive rockets. Where did that Strider go? Where'd that Strider go? It was right here. There he is. Yeah, stress-free. And a lot of people like to get
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
Night Elf reputation too if they want to get like a you know, kitty mount. So it'll help you take care of some of that rep. Still didn't get our Strider, maybe that's all right. How many are there? There's one, just 4 of them, right? 1, 2, 3, yeah. forgot a couple quests. Also, complete watch the shore and I'll see you, Chris. Have a good one, man. Have a good night. I did get my guitar back. My the semi-hollow body archtop guitar I got back from the guitar store today, and they did a fantastic job on it. It actually plays really, really well. I'm really, really happy with what they did, so that was cool. Hate selling the ancestral coat because it looks cool, but it's alright. We don't need it. Alright, I guess we can keep that for now. Don't need to pick up the follow-up quest because I don't know if we're gonna do that before I head back to. You know, let's grab it. Oh, I see. Yeah, I didn't complete that one. I still need one more Strider meat. Interesting. Music. We're gonna do some fishing here in a minute, because we're gonna need to do it for the quest, the fishing quest anyway. don't know which way I'm going. I'm running in circles here. Oh, fail jump. Oh, I don't know any 5S. Oh, I screwed up. Ugh. Alright, be right back. I gotta check on something. Be right back. Alright, sorry about that. I had to take care of a few things here in the hacienda. Yeah, that's one thing, Ken, that if you're still there, Ken, when New World comes out, that'll take some time away from this game because I'll be playing New World, but it's not out for like a month, but I'll still be splitting time probably between that and this. And I don't think I'll be sinking in a ton of time into New World. I don't really know. It's just not. It's one of those games. I think it'll be fun, but I don't think it's going to be as fun as Burning Crusade will be in WoW. I mean, I'm really excited for Burning Crusade. I really like Burning Crusade, so definitely think I'll be spending a lot more time playing WoW Classic Burning Crusade than I will New World. But we're definitely gonna play New World because I think it's a game that's pretty fun. So. I'll have tons of rest. Yeah, that's true. I will have tons of rested XP. Well, I think it's such a beautiful game. Like the actual, graphics of the game, and the videos you watch on it really don't do it justice. I don't think. When I played it, I was very impressed with, with the trees and the foliage and I thought the level design was really good. There was a lot of elevation, kind of. They did a good job of making the rivers flow down through valleys, so it wasn't like they just threw a river in the middle of it, nowhere. I think you could tell some thought, went into the level design, and yeah, so it's gonna be, and it felt big. I mean, the world feels big, like the map was when I was playing it, the map was pretty damn huge. I never even explored probably even a third of the map. It was so big. So. I think that's something that you never really get a feel for when you see those videos. They're just showing up close, like here's some combat, or here's like people doing a few things, but they don't really show you the map and show you how big the world is. At least not in any videos I've seen, but it's pretty damn big. Time is it? 11? Jeez, it's 11:50 already. I can't believe I've been streaming for an hour and 30 minutes. It feels like I've been streaming for about 20 minutes. I think the first hour I was probably still asleep. I laid down on the couch, I think around 8 p.m. and fell asleep for like 2 hours. I'm not really even that tired. I mean, even though I just yawned, I'm not really that tired right now. It does. Have you experienced that, Ken? Now that you're streaming, sometimes it does go a lot faster. Like when you're playing and not streaming, it goes a lot slower. One thing that when I first started streaming that really bothered me was I had a really because you know me, I have a hard time focusing on a lot of things at once. You know, my brain, I'm very scatterbrained. You know, my brain's always thinking about a lot of stuff at the same time, and so I have to really train myself to focus on certain things so I don't get distracted. So the first time I started streaming, and I wasn't, you know, obviously used to streaming, so people were talking to me, and it really distracted me, and I felt like I was running in circles, and sometimes it was really frustrating, and I almost hated streaming. It's like, oh God, I'm not getting anything done. These people are asking me questions, and I can't get anything done. But now I've gotten used to it, and I kind of, you know, it doesn't bother me, you know. But in the beginning, it was really, really bothered me, and then also even Discord. That's why I don't like Discord that much, because I'd get on Discord and people would be constantly asking me questions and stuff, and that would distract me, and I felt like it was slowing down my leveling. But now I'm just like, screw it. Now I don't focus on. I try not to worry about leveling. I'm just like, whatever, it'll take care of itself. I just focus on enjoying playing the game. You know? Yeah. Well, remember last weekend? What was it? Just this past weekend, I streamed for had like an 8-hour stream, and didn't really feel like 8 hours at all. Felt like maybe 4 or 5 hours, I guess. When I go off into the streaming world, my wife's like, she probably is like, oh my God, I can't believe you can play a game. She even made a few comments like, you really got a lot done today. You know, like kind of like, which is true, but not exactly the most productive way to spend a day, but it's fun. I enjoy it. Relaxing. We got a better chest. Nice. Oh, Ken, I sent you the recipe for the Iron Shield Spike. I don't know if you already know it on your warrior, but I sent it to you. I bought it off the auction house. It cost me like 60 silver. And I sent you a shield too, a really good shield for a low-level character because it's got 1% blocking on it. So if you can make an Iron Shield Spike, please do so and attach it to the shield I sent you. Like ASAP. I think it was like a level 15 shield. It's a shield that I could use already, and it's got like 1% block on it and like +3 strength. It's like a badass shield, actually. That would be super awesome if you could do that. I don't know if you have field spikes or not, like if you can make it yet, but if you can't, let me know. I'll try to figure out how to get you the items you need to make it. Skill yourself up. Oh, does she hate WoW? So your wife hates WoW? Are you playing your stupid game? Oh, no, my wife is not that mean about it. She knows that I really enjoy it. And she met me and knew that I streamed. I mean, she used to watch my streams, you know, when we were like dating. She would go to bed at night and she'd put on my streams, you know, and watch it. But she'd miss me. And so she could listen, you know. Yeah. Yeah, if you, like I said, if you can make the shield spike, it shouldn't be that difficult. Well, you're level 20 something, so the only problem is like you might, I think it's like 150, maybe 150 blacksmithing. It's not that high. Yeah, she sometimes will get irritated and be like, you know, hey, you know, you haven't spent much time with me lately because you're playing WoW. And so what I try to do is every night I get home from work and I try to spend like 2 hours with her, you know, eat dinner, hang out, watch a movie, whatever. And then like usually when she goes to bed, this is what I usually would do, is when she goes to bed around like 10, that's when I would stream. You know, that's why you see me coming on streaming pretty late. And then on the weekends I told her, I said, hey, Saturday is kind of my WoW day. and then Sunday is your day. I mean, you can do stuff on Sunday, and that's pretty much what we've been doing, and that works out pretty well. But she still gets irritated, you know. I think when she sees me Saturday playing WoW all day long, she's like, she thinks, you know, there's better uses for your time. You know what I mean? But I think, for me anyway, because I have such a big imagination and creative type mind, that it's just one of my outlets. You know, we kind of go off into WoW, but. And, you know, and I, play guitar and draw, and I do all those other things too. But it sucks that she says, "Oh, she's been supportive of you streaming." Oh, okay, well that's interesting. So, what's the difference between streaming and gaming? Like, my wife is always. She actually got mad at me. She did one time when I was streaming and I was getting a lot. I was trying really hard to get to 1,000 subs, right? And I kept checking my phone a couple times. Like, it'd say, "Oh, you've got a new subscriber." And I'd check my phone and say, "Oh, cool, I got a subscriber." And my wife started saying, "You know, you care more about your streamers than you do about me." And she said that to me once. And when she said that once, I never looked at my phone again. I was like, okay. I was like, yeah, this can wait, you know? So I made sure that when I was with her, I wasn't looking at my phone. She doesn't like it when I'm with her and I'm looking at my phone, yeah? So that was funny, I thought. So. But my wife's been supportive. She's definitely been supportive of my streaming, you know. And I've gotten in the last, you know, I've done the hardcore leveling stream got me a lot of subscribers, and like I said, it kind of sucks because I kind of would like to have taken the hardcore to 60, but it's like I'm wasting time. It's like, why waste time leveling this paladin to 60? And I'm not even gonna play this paladin. I need to get a paladin to 60 on this server because I know on this server I will play the paladin. I will actually do raiding and do all the other stuff, you know, if we stick around long enough on this server. I'm not going anywhere else. I mean, I'm going to be on this server. It's this server or bust. You know, there's no need to go anywhere else. So, I just felt like it was just a waste of time, you know. Plus, I got to the point where I was like, well, I know I'm going to get to 60 without dying. I didn't think there was any chance I was going to die. I'd have to do something really stupid. I just know the class too well, and I know the areas too well, the zones and stuff so well, that I would never put myself in a really seriously dangerous situation on purpose. The only way I would have died is if I just fell asleep on my computer and walked into 10 mobs, or if like there was some sort of rare mob that spawned next to me that I didn't see, and I just happened to be like killing like 3 mobs or something, and I was like 20% health, and all of a sudden some rare spawns like right next to me, or something like that would be the only way. Or if the game just like glitches, like in the middle of combat, you know, like my internet drops or something, and you know, and I get killed because I'm literally disconnected. You know, those are the ways that I would have died. But yeah, I was getting a lot of subscribers just because of the hardcore. People really liked the hardcore, you know. But like, if you look at, let's see. Yeah, I got 36 subscribers in the last 28 days, which isn't great, but you know, I haven't been getting as many subscribers as I used to get. You know, the excitement for Classic WoW has waned to some degree. So, but you can see here, you know, in the last 28 days, we got 36 subs. And anyways, well, you see, and then when I started doing the hardcore, also, even just the views went up, you know, watch time went up. So, and you see I'm massive $36 made in the last 28 days. I don't make a lot of money, you know, on streaming. I get about $1 a day, basically, you know, streaming. But it just shows you that someone like me, who has got, like, you know, basically around 1,200 subs, If you had like, you know, like Asmongold or somebody who's got like, what has he got, like hundreds of thousands of subs? Just imagine. I mean, they're making. I mean, he's got to be making. If I'm making like $1 a day at like 1,200, and he's got like about, let's see, 10 times that would be what? Would be like 12,000. So 100 times that would be, you know, 120,000. So he's like 400. So he's making like easily. He's probably, you know, Asmongold's probably making like, you know, if the numbers correlate the same, I mean, he's making like $400 a day. You know, I mean, think about that. Jesus, that's not bad, you know, for someone who just sits around playing video games. And I don't know how much money he makes, but I mean, he's easily making, you know, anywhere from probably $400 to $1,000, you know, $500 to $1,000 a day. And then when they do like their sponsored videos, they get paid a lot of money. I don't know what the range is, but I've heard, you know, them getting like $10,000 and just to sponsor a video or something ridiculous, you know. And a lot more than that. I remember one guy said that he was offered. He wouldn't say how much he was offered to do a video, but he said it. He did say it was in it was like 3 figures. It was like someone offered him like $100,000 or something to do something. And I was like, Jesus, I don't know. Maybe he was lying, but yeah, I take that job any day. Yeah, for sure. Did you see Asmongold? He had a video. And I like to bash on Asmongold a little bit because I think he's kind of, I don't want to get into it too much, but I think he's kind of a douchebag. But if you watch, and it's mostly just because of I don't understand how he could live the way he lives. I mean, with all that disgusting, like when he did that video of his room just full of like week old food that's rotting and, you know, stale and just decaying. I just was like, that was so gross. I'm like, dude, man, clean your room, you know. But he did a video just yesterday, I think, and he was, because he hasn't really streamed at all for, I guess, like 2 or 3 months. But in that video, he's talking about the classic WoW community and how it's full of a bunch of basically losers and assholes. And that he didn't expect the classic WoW community to be like that. And the funny part is, Ken, is I did expect it to be like that, because think about it, the private server community was actually pretty good. We had all the people, because remember, the private server community was full of people that wanted to play classic WoW. You're not going to go and figure out how to run a private vanilla server if you weren't someone who really loved vanilla WoW. I mean, that's the whole point. You're like, well, I want to figure out how to play private vanilla because I love vanilla WoW. So, of course, if you're playing something you love, that means you're probably enjoying yourself. And if you're enjoying yourself, you're probably in a good mood, right? Because you're having fun. And if you're having fun and you're in a good mood, then guess the other side effect of that is you're nicer to people in game. That's why whenever you go to an MMO for the first week of any new MMO, people are nice. You know why? Because they're having fun. Everything's new. Everything's exciting. It's fun. So people are helpful. People are nice. But then so when they took Classic WoW and they came out with that, you had all these jackasses who were the people who were like, never played vanilla WoW private servers. They probably never played a vanilla WoW at all, the original game. A lot of them were naysayers who said, oh man, all these private server community, Blizzard's never going to make Classic WoW. Blizzard's never going to give them this game. And it's just bullshit. It's overrated. They're looking back at rose-tinted glasses, and all this shit. So there's so many people that played Classic WoW. And this we knew. I mean, I said this for a long time. Like, I would love to see all the people who said that. All the people who were in the forum posting saying, you know, private server, people suck. And they should be, like, thrown in prison because they're illegally playing a game. And all the crazy shit they said. Private WoW is, you know, vanilla WoW sucks. It's so retail WoW so much better. Why do you want to play a game that's 15 years old? You know, all those fucking idiots are the ones that are all playing Classic WoW, right? I mean, Blizzard, we already figured out, I think it was Bellular Gaming. If you ever go to Bellular Gaming, he's got a great video where he talks about, where he tries to estimate how many people Classic WoW generated. How many subscribers came back to World of Warcraft just to play Classic WoW. And he said that they basically, in his calculations, tripled Blizzard subscribers. So Blizzard subscriber base tripled when Classic WoW came out. And he goes through an in-depth, extensive kind of like research as to why he thinks that, you know, that's the number. And so we know that that's not just all the private server players, right? I mean, because there's another guy who put together some information where he estimated there was anywhere from 600,000, maybe a million people playing on private servers of World of Warcraft, not just vanilla, but Burning Crusade, Wrath of the King, around the globe. Around the globe, he estimated there might be like a million people. I thought that was kind of crazy. I couldn't believe there'd be that many, but he did estimate that there's a lot of people, and there certainly was. We know for a fact on the servers we played on, there was like maybe 20 or 30,000 people that had accounts, maybe even 100,000. Like we know that Nostarius had, I think it was. I'm trying to remember correctly how many it was. I don't know if it was 100,000, but it was a lot of people who actually had accounts on the forums, on the Nostarius forums. So the point I'm getting at is there is a shit ton of people who played Classic WoW who certainly were not the private server community players. And so you're going to get all these assholes, these assass, these jackasses that play retail WoW that come to Classic WoW. So when Asmongold said that he was kind of surprised that there were so many just assholes playing Classic WoW, so many douchebags, and so many griefers, and people like creating add-ons that tracked. I mean, there was the one guy, the Shadow Priest, who's a total douchebag, by the way, who has an add-on that I don't think he created it, but somebody created an add-on to track high-profile players. He would go into the add-on and put a list of names of people that were like a hit list, people he most wanted to kill, and when these people were like, it would somehow, could check for them near you, and if it showed up, it would alert him, hey, Asmongold's close by, I gotta go kill this guy, and just the griefing, like the stream sniping, it was bad, it was bad. But Asmongold was saying he was surprised that it was, he was not expecting that, and I'm just gonna say I'm surprised that he was surprised, because we know that most MMOs are very toxic, and they're filled with a very toxic, group of people. Yeah, fucking millennials, man, entitled babies, man. But people at work always say that too. Whenever I start complaining about something, they're like, "Fucking millennials," because I always there's a guy on my team I constantly razz, man. I'm like, "You fucking millennials." It's funny. But anyways, yeah, so I wasn't surprised at all to see him say that. And I wasn't surprised that there's a lot of jerks in Classic WoW, so. Unfortunately, it's just the way that MMOs are, and they didn't used to be that way. I mean, there was always jerks, but they weren't, the internet wasn't such a big thing, like back in Lineage 2 days. Even in the beginning of World of Warcraft, the internet was still mostly in its infancy, so. But now everybody's all over social media. Everybody's got websites and this and that, Discord servers, and everybody's got to have their opinion heard, and everybody's got to be like, I know better than you, and you know what I mean? And it's just stupid. It's just stupid. His name is Advertise. Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about, Ken. Yeah, that Shadow Priest, right? Is that the one? The Shadow Priest? Is it Advertised? I don't know if it was that guy, but the one who's got the real weenie voice. Like, he sounds like a total, like, big-time nerd. Like, real, like, the kind of guy you see that looks like he's probably never stepped outside of his house in his whole life. Skinny and pale. Looks like he's about ready, if you blew on him, he'd fall over. That's the kind of guy that I imagine in my head when I hear this guy talking. But he's really good at killing people with a Shadow Priest. Like, wow, you really, to me, MMOs are all about having fun. They're not about, like, trying to prove that you're better than somebody else. I'm not here trying to prove anything. I'm playing just to have fun. Although, don't get me wrong, I can get bitchy and I can certainly defend my position, Like when that guy on the hardcore on Bloodsoul Buccaneers was throwing shade at the Paladin class, I'm like, fuck you. I'm like, don't tell me that Paladins are, a stupid class, whatever, but... yeah, I don't know which... Is that him? Total weenie, man. Yeah, he just seemed like total weenie, man. gonna sneeze. Big sneeze. Neo Maxi Zoom Dweeby. I like that. I like that. I'm all congested. I think I'm getting sick. I must be getting that newfangled coronavirus, right? Copper. Yeah, we got some, looks like we got some engineering to do here. What can I do? What can we store? Let's put the fish in the bank for now. We'll cook this up. Debating. No, I can't. There's no blacksmithing station here. Shit. It's from the Breakfast Club. Oh, that's right. It is from the Breakfast Club. I remember that. That's a great movie, dude. You see us as you want to see us. A dweeb. A jock. Am I still just one leg short? I am. Let's get that out of the way. Hiccups too now. Yes, the epic music. Epic! Oh yeah, I am gonna need some water breathing pots. That would be awesome, dude. I'll definitely remind you. Those things come in so handy. Ah, damn it. Oh, nice. 1 hour duration? Shit. Sweet. That'd be awesome, dude. Really? I can't make that jump. Son of a bitch. It's too far. Not my good spot for the Dark Shore Grouper. on the pier on the other side, I get these things so fast. There we go. Yeah, Dark Sugar definitely doesn't fight on this side as much as it does on the other side. As soon as I say that, I get one. One thing I found about with MMOs, you just have to bitch enough about what you want, and then you get it. It's like, please give me an epic item, and then, you know, you'll get one. Oh, please give me another Dark Sugar Grouper, damn it. I never get Dark Sugar Grouper. And then boom, Dark Sugar. Oh man, come on, give me some Dark Shore Grouper. What are you doing to me? I never get Dark Shore Grouper. You guys never give me Dark Shore Grouper. See, there you go, Dark Shore Grouper. Theory verified. Okay, and I am going to create that rogue tonight too. So I think those are the only characters I'm probably going to focus on this server for any kind of the near future. Will be the Paladin, the Rogue, and the Priest. I want to have the Priest so we can do some PvP arena and stuff. Also, the Rogue will be fun. You have a Rogue, don't you, Ken? You've got the Mage and the Warrior. I really wanted you to get a Rogue so we can double Rogue some arena, or maybe not arena, but some BGs, because it's just so much fun. Double Rogue is just so much fun. Look at that. 2 of 2 on Thresher Eyes. I've only once ever gotten 3 of 3. Let's see if we can do it. Let's see if I can do it the second time. Don't make me taunt you. I shall taunt you a second time. Your father was a hamster and your mother smelt of elderberries. Oh, so you are going to transfer him over? Yeah, you should. If you can, transfer him over. Can we do it? Can we do it? Can we do it? Oh, we can't do it. That would have been only the second time ever that I struck gold 3 out of 3 times on the Thresher Eyes. Wow, wow. These guys never give me a Thresher Eye. I never get a Thresher Eye. I have to kill 1,000 of these guys even to get just one. Never give me a Thresher Eye. Never get one. Come on, Morpheus. Just one Thresher Eye. You can do it. Do it for love eternal. Come on now, Thresher Eye. Thresher Eye. Oh, no. Oh shit, I moved my... Damn it. I moved my swing meter. I didn't even know I could move my swing meter. By clicking on it, I thought I had to unlock it. That's weird. I thought this shit was locked. That is very strange. I'll have to go and see if there's a setting to lock it, because I don't want to accidentally move my swing meter. That's a lame-o. Let's see, where was it? Yeah, that's fucked up. The Moonstalker thing. The Moonstalker one is it's one of those ones you have to kill the Moonstalkers. And what I mean the Moonstalkers where their name is just simply Moonstalker. Don't kill Moonstalker Cyrus. You can kill the runts and get the Moonstalkers, but what you really want to focus on is know where the Moonstalkers are at, and which I do, and focus on killing them. They by far have the highest drop rate. Even higher than the higher level Moonstalkers. The Moonstalker Sires and the Moonstalker, there's another one that's like a higher level ones. Even they don't drop the Moonstalker Fangs as much as just the plain old Moonstalk. And trust me, I know I've done the quest 10,000 times. I swear. I've done this zone so many times. Alright, yeah, that's the ones you want. Yep. Just the ones where their name is just simply just their name is Moonstalker. Yeah, they're like level, I think they're like level 14 or 15. Those guys drop it by far the most. Oh my god, the Thresher quest is always a pain in the ass. And it's the ones up here. They're like right here on this in this area right here. They'll be here. There's some over here, but your best bet is here and here. And there's a few on the other side, but... Come on, I never get a Thresher Eye. Can you please give me a Thresher Eye? And it could be that too, man. Come on, you can do it. One Thresher Eye. Yeah, yes, Morpheus. Yes, we have the Thresher Eye. Alright, now let's get our turtle head and get the heck out of here. Epic! Come on. Thank you for hitting the like button. Whoever hit the like button, come on. Let's get the turtle head. Let's get out of here. Swim, damn you. Yes, Morpheus. We have gotten all 3 Thresher Eyes. We got some crates down here for our warrior quest. And yes, that's what we want. There seems to be something floating in the water. It looks like a corpse of Nanette. Nanette is not having a good day. Boat. Oh. It won't let me go. It'll let me go under it, but it won't let me go through it from the top. I'm gonna drown. Alright. This bastard here. Look at this Loch Ness monster. Alright, what is this over here? Who knows? Who cares? Alright. Where's my rocket, swimming flippers? They should have some sort of, an engineering, contraption for swimming, some sort of, flippers, mechanized flippers or something. Yeah, I mean, it's so cool. Like Dark Shore. I just love the tree line here. Very cool looking. Can we here lock there? See, lock. So my bars were not locked. Here, let's fix this real quick because you know I'm gonna drive me nuts. See, these oh no, these are locked now. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, this is locked now, and it's pretty good. This does not look good. Is that too? That's too high. Alright. Yeah, there's a helmet that has... Yeah, I think it has water breathing. I think you're right. It does have swim speed? I didn't know it had swim speed, though. Zol CD! Zol CD! Like, yes, the cuteness is too divine. You know it's awesome. It's just underwater breathing, yeah. So I knew Zolson would know. Zolson knows these things. Zolson, you always come on right when I'm about to get offline. Although I'm not going to get offline just yet, but I am pretty soon. Alright, what do we got? What do we got? What are we looking at? Well, yeah. Quite a few quests to do, quite a few quests to turn in. Okay, let's do our cooking. And then, let's see where we end up. We don't want to get too far down the road. I mean, I don't like to get past level 17. In fact, even level 16 is getting a little bit high before we get back to Elven Forest, so... Yeah, is it the Age of Silk, though? I tell you what, Zolson, the fishing was pretty impressive. Like, when I leveled up fishing on my hardcore tune, and then I was running down fishing crates and stuff in Theramore, man, I was getting so much silk and leather. So I'm gonna get my fishing up and start getting the crates. Then I'm just gonna be sending all these bolts of mage weave cloth and stuff to my priest. She's gonna be loving that stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna go to bed here pretty soon. I'm not tired yet though, so we'll see. I want to watch that Amazon New World video and maybe grab something small to eat, a little nibble. Drive it to Fort Stewart. See you, brother. Well, can't you contact the base? I mean, they're probably not It probably won't let you go up there, I would think. I mean, probably not a good idea, Zolson. I'm working from home. I've been directed by my company to work from home every single day. Same with my wife. You know, me and Amber are sitting at home. Those crates are really lucrative. But yeah, me and Amber are sitting at home every day. She's been directed to work from home for, I think, the next month. I know, I was getting, in the ones that I did, Zolson, I was getting about 1 green item out of every fourth crate. And I was getting tons of silk cloth, bolts of silk cloth, bolts of mage weave cloth. I was getting thick leather, heavy leather. And it's easy to get them. I mean, like, I'd fish one of those wreckages and get like three ironbound, three ironbound crates. I'd almost always I'd get from between 1 and 3 crates, usually. So they're very lucrative. And I even got some recipes, like I got some plans out of there too, so pretty cool. Oh, see, this is not going to work. See that? That's not going to work. Well, that means that this has to go up. Let's fix that real quick. Let's put this up here. Usually I have this like... Oh, that's what I do. I do like... I kind of midline this bar. And the swing meter's up here. That's the way I have it. I don't remember how I usually set this up. I'm very picky about my layout. That looks better. Epic! Epic! 9-hour drive? Yeah, I wouldn't do it, Zolson, or at the very least, if you are going to do it, call the base and ask them and make sure you can get in. He's got a rabbit companion? Where do you get a rabbit companion from? Might last me until Friday. No, dude, I already have. I think I've got about eight 16-ounce Mexican Cokes in the fridge right now, but getting soda hasn't been difficult. I mean, I got a grocery store. I got stores all around me, but yeah, we're trying to limit going out of the house if we can. What's up, number? Good to see you, 476. What is this? 61 health? 61 health? Probably should hold on to the apples. Just for cooking, but it's alright. Yeah, we just maxed out our fishing. I mean, our cooking. Yeah, if you go to the store up the street from me, man, it's like all the water's sold out. Like all the pasta sauce is sold out for some reason. Reason people want to sit at home just eat pasta apparently. But yeah, a lot of stuff's sold out. Well, here's the freaking blacksmithing. I really should just grab my blacksmithing shit and just bring it over here. Not blacksmithing, but I mean engineering. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it. I think I'm gonna stop leveling the Paladin right now. I'm kind of getting burned out on our Paladins here, but let's. Well, I don't know how I ended up with all this green gear. This certainly was not planned. Uh-oh. Anyways, that's it for this stream, guys. I am going to take a break, and we are pretty much low 15. I'll knock out probably enough quests to get me to 16. And then I'll head back to Elwyn at probably 16. Maybe 17, probably 16. 16 is about a good level to head back. But thanks for stopping by, guys. It's a pretty dead stream tonight. People don't care that I stopped leveling the hardcore, I guess. Oh well. But I'll see you guys again later. Have a good night, and peace out. Stay safe, stay healthy. Later.